So finally, I'm doing a Q&A over on my Instagram. I put up a poll and you guys asked me some amazing questions. So without further ado, let's get into it. So my biggest piece of advice that I can give to any small YouTuber is to please be consistent. Now this was something that I kind of struggled with early on when I first started my channel, but now that I'm kind of in the swing of it, I really am passionate about this. It's so much easier for me to stay consistent. I'm a small YouTuber too, and I've been growing like crazy, and I genuinely believe it's from consistency because the algorithm sees you posting all the time, especially if you post the same time at the same day, like every single week. For example, my upload schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3 p.m. So every single week, my subscribers know that is when you're gonna find me, and the algorithm knows, okay, she's gonna post right then, so let me push that out. They want people that are gonna bring them to their platform. They wanna promote people that are gonna bring them to their platform. So no, I don't have a boyfriend and I'm not seeing anyone right now. Very much focused on myself. I don't even feel like this needs an explanation, but no, I don't have a boyfriend and I'm not seeing anyone. So the number one tip I would give to help adjust to college is to stay at your college. I know a lot of people like to go home the first couple weeks or the first month to just like, you know, fill out the college and then go back home, but like, don't do it. When you are missing your family, stay at school. When you are missing your friends, stay at school. FaceTime them, text them, write them letters, send them pictures of yourself, ask them to send you pictures, like just whatever you do, don't go home. That is like the best advice that I can give because I didn't go home until Thanksgiving of my freshman year, and that really pushed me to get acclimated into my dorm. It pushed me to learn DC and figure it out. It taught me that I can't just go back home when something goes wrong. Like I'm staying here and I'm gonna figure it out myself. So the best tip to get adjusted would be to just stay at your school. Like try not to go home. Of course there's other reasons you have to go home, but if you can help it, stay at your school. And a way to stay close to family and friends is honestly just texting. There's really no other way around that unless you want to have them take a trip to you. But like I said, I wouldn't recommend you going home. Family, friends, come to you, sure, that's fine. But don't go home. So I actually feel that Howard is very much preparing me for the outside world of TV and film. For one thing, I've talked to many other students from other universities who are doing film, and they're not doing half the things that we're doing. And I don't mean this in like a bad way or to like trash on other schools or anything, but they have told me that their film classes were very much lecture based, and there wasn't really any like, let's get out in the field and actually do what we have to do. But so far in my classes that I've taken for film, it's all hands-on. So yes, there's some lectures tied in there and it's very much like you're learning, but you're also literally out there doing your own thing. You guys see my videos. Like I'm literally writing a script right now. I'm literally going to produce an entire film at the end of this semester, and it's going to be great and amazing. It's going to be such a crazy experience that I'm so excited for, but that is how I feel that I'm being prepared for it, because it's forcing me to figure it out. It's forcing me to write a script and get feedback and do drafts and do all that. It's forcing me to go out in the world and take shots. Like it's just the assignments kind of force you to do things that I know other universities aren't allowing their students to do right now. So I'm super appreciative for that. I hope that kind of answered the question well. I think it did. But yes, it's just that my classes are giving me super hands-on experiences versus just lectures, which I'm really appreciative of. So after I graduate from Howard, I would absolutely love to continue my YouTube channel and just be doing this and be an influencer. Like that is my dream job, and that is what I truly believe in my heart that I will be doing. But on the contrary, let's say I have my dream job, I'm doing YouTube, all this stuff, and then I have some free time. I would obviously love to be into the film industry, hence why I'm majoring in film. But I think I would love to be a screenwriter. I think that would be like the most exciting thing. My only problem is I would hate to make my own script and like make my own story and have it all going on in my head, right? And then I give it to the director and they just like totally botch what I wanted to do, or they just like change things, and I would hate that and it would make me really mad. So I'm kind of mentioning this in an upcoming vlog that you guys will see next Monday, but my whole entire dream that I would really love to do is I would like to be a screenwriter, then I would want to direct the movie, then I'd want to edit the movie, and I'd probably want to act in the movie because I just want it all done exactly how I want it. So that would be like my dream ideal thing if I was to work in the film industry. Obviously that's not something that you do right out of college, but yeah. Okay, my absolute favorite guilty pleasure is Harry Potter, and you guys already know this. Like I am obsessed, like so obsessed. When I'm bored, when I'm not doing anything, I don't just put on music in the background, I put on Harry Potter and I watch the Harry Potter films. Another guilty pleasure, Draco Malfoy, Tom Felton. I know he doesn't look as like beautiful as he did back then, but like that is just my favorite guilty pleasure, and it's my favorite guilty pleasure because it is all virtual, it is all on my phone, and I think normally people would say like food could be a guilty pleasure, which I love food too. But this is my favorite guilty pleasure because it doesn't gain me any weight. It doesn't force me to go to the gym. It allows me to do what I love, watch what I love, and feel like I'm in love. So that is my favorite guilty pleasure. Harry Potter x Draco Malfoy. Okay, this question is actually super funny because I feel like the answer changes every couple months, and literally tomorrow I might have a new answer for this. September, October, November-ish, my goal was really to go to LA at some point after college. Then like December, January, February, well it's February now, I'll say December, January, it was more like New York City. I did a whole like neighborhood hunt thing on this channel, and now I really think I want to go to Hawaii. Like, I don't know why. I just think after college I would need to move there for like a year or two and just experience, live a Hawaiian life and like enjoy myself there. I don't know. I really don't know. It's all over the place. Maybe I'll live in all these different places, like go 6 months here, 6 months there, 6 months there. And then when I'm like 24, 25, like finally pick some place. I don't know. It's literally all up for grabs. I don't know. So I actually started this YouTube channel like maybe like 2-3 years ago, and the whole entire purpose was to vlog my cheer competitions and show you guys like day in the life of a cheerleader and like what I was doing, because I felt like a lot of people didn't appreciate it, and I was the only all-star cheerleader in my high school. I was the only girl from my town that was like really doing it for real. So it was super important to me to share that with everyone and to be like, hey, this is what I do. I don't just like stress myself out every single week to like cheer for a basketball team. Like, no, like I was out there flipping, I was training, like I was going hard for cheer, and I really wanted to share that experience with everyone. So that is the original reason why I started my YouTube channel. And then this past time I re-upped my channel July 7th to be exact, and the whole entire purpose behind this honestly was that I was going through a super hard time during quarantine. Like my life literally felt like it was like crumbling. I was like, this is like a terrible time, like what am I even doing with my life, whatever. And then I was like, hey, I have a camera, let's just start a YouTube channel. Like all else fails, let's just do YouTube. And it kind of forced me to throw myself into it like 100%. Like I started off right off the bat with an upload schedule 3 times a week, and I was like not stopping. Like I was vlogging every single day. I still vlog every single day, but it was definitely almost like an unhealthy obsession back then. But it was just because I really needed a distraction from this terrible world that we are living in right now. So YouTube was my distraction at first. It's definitely turned into a passion and turned into something that I literally love doing. Okay, so first of all, I get a lot of questions about this, and I just want to say, I'm not saying this to be rude, I'm not saying this to be mean or whatever, but like, I'm not an admissions counselor, and I just say this because I don't know the exact stats that are gonna get you in, and I can't tell you, yes, you're gonna get in, or no, you're not gonna get in. Like, I can only tell you from my experience, and I can only tell you the things that I know. Like, I did not have amazing grades. I got like a super low SAT score, and I still got in. I know people who had like 4.0s and amazing SAT scores and didn't get in. So like, genuinely, I do not know, because it varies every single year. It varies through every single major. It varies whether you're a girl or a boy. It varies like where you're from. Like, there's so many things that go into it that I can't even tell you the ideal stats. So I decided to go to Howard University, one, because my brother went there, and when he first moved in, I was like, no, I'm not going to Howard. I really wanted to go to like UCLA, I wanted to go to UC Berkeley, like I really wanted to go to California. But then, like, we just visited Howard so often, and I was going to so many events that like it started to feel like home to me, and it started to feel like this is where I was supposed to end up, and this is where I felt most like alive. And I don't know, it was just like this super weird feeling that I got when I was on campus. And I honestly didn't even visit any other schools. Like, Howard was my only school I really wanted to go to, and I think it's truly just because it felt like home to me. There was really that family aspect. If you've ever been on Howard's campus, if you're a Howard student, you know exactly what I mean. It just feels like a super big family reunion. Like, everyone loves each other, you just get like embraced with a big hug. So Howard is a family. It was always Howard. I was never going to go anywhere else. So I'm 100% an extroverted introvert, and I think that's what you mean by ambivert, but I don't feel like looking it up. Point is, I love to be in my house. I love to do what I want to do when I want to do it. I don't love to have to speak to 100 people. I don't love to have to share my business. Like, I really do prefer my alone time. I prefer exactly what I've been doing like all this quarantine. However, when I'm out with a lot of friends and we are not in COVID, I swear I have the best time. Like, I will be crazy and do crazy things. Like one day I will share videos with you guys when we are in a better circumstance, like the amount of crazy that I get to. But for right now, I'm very introverted, but I'm not afraid to be an extrovert. You guys will see in some of my upcoming vlogs, my trip announcement thing that's going on here. I'm going on it with my best friend, Delaney. So you guys will definitely see in those vlogs because she definitely pulls it out of me, although we're both introverted at the same time. I don't know, you guys will see. So I definitely do have a bit of social anxiety, but it's not self-consciousness. So like when I go outside, I'm not like worried like, oh my God, people are looking at me like, oh my God, do I look ugly? Like no, I'm not self-conscious in that way. Like I'm very confident in myself, but I do have a bit of social anxiety. So like I get nervous sometimes when I'm outside. I get nervous in big crowds. I get nervous if I don't know where the exit is. So I have that type of social anxiety, but I'm not self-conscious. So just to be straight up with you, I was never going to go to a PWI. I never, ever dreamed of it when I got into my like more college process. I know I said I really wanted to go to UCLA or UC Berkeley, but that was when I was like in 8th grade and I was a freshman. But as soon as I truly started my college process, like end of sophomore, junior year, never was a PWI in my realm. I'm not gonna trash on them because I know there are some good ones. However, I just really did not want to be in a classroom and have to defend who I am, have to defend my family, have to defend the people that I love, have to defend humans. Like that is just, no, that was never in my plan. I do not want to do that. I love going to a HBCU. I love that everyone is so smart, everyone is so cultured, everyone accepts everyone. Like I'm sorry, I was never going to a PWI. That was never the case for me. I 100% love that all of my curriculums somewhat tie back to Black history, somewhat teach me about my culture and teach me about where my ancestors were from. So no, I was never going to go to a PWI. This was never in the question for me. It was never in my head to go to a PWI, and I don't think I'm really answering this question as to like why I don't want to go to one, but yeah, no, as someone who's Black, who can come off as white passing, I was not going to a school where I know people would openly speak to me and be racist and say things and then I would have to defend it. Like no, I did not want to deal with that. I wanted to go somewhere that I was going to be accepted. I wanted to go somewhere that I wasn't going to be questioned. So no, I was never going to a PWI. It was always going to be an HBCU and it was always going to be Howard. But that's where I'm going to end this Q&A. So thank you so much if you guys submitted any questions. It was so fun answering them. I definitely want to do these every now and then. Let me know if you have any more questions. I would love to answer some in the comments. And yeah, just connect with you guys. So thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be Wednesday at 3 p.m.